Boom. Here we are. John, I just want to sound like that was my attempt at starting off like Joe Rogan right there. How'd I do? No?
I mean, you have to work on your radio voice, man. It's like a skill.
Yeah.
It's a skill that needs to be practiced.
Radio work?
Have I done radio work? Yes, yeah. Andy. I've done a lot of radio work at I don't know, 690 The Score and 95.7 The Game all day here, 4 hours at once by yourself. It's not that big of a deal. You have to talk a certain way. You have to talk like this, and you have to enunciate and say certain things louder at certain times to make sure that you really get your point across, even though you're not saying anything and you're just talking to fill up space, because that's what people want to hear while they drive their car in the morning drive, Andy. You know what I mean? It's all, I don't know. I like the podcast format where people can have real conversation. You don't feel like you need to listen to that madness to get you going in the morning or the evening. I like regular measured speaking. Personally.
No, I hear you, man. You got that down to a T, by the way. And I thought you were messing with me, but it turns out you are well-versed. But, yeah, to everyone who is just now joining us, this is my God, man. You're not a friend, you're a brother. I mean, started off mates.
We're family.
Yeah, we really are. I mean, for the longest time, I swear I know I've told you this, but some people out there that don't know, I took so much pride in being in your wedding. That was like my thing for so long. I still do.
Oh, thank you.
No, but like when you were, in the show, I was like, oh yeah. I mean, I was one of his best men. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Every now and then, I say, one best man.
You definitely. You once pretended to be World Series champion Jeff Devannon to get into a nightclub in Vegas when we were kids. So that's not a surprise to me, Andy.
I definitely did. Hey, but that worked, and it's interesting because, man, now we wait in lines if we ever go out or whatever. Back in the day when you're so hard-headed, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old. All right, let's be honest, 23, 24, but
27, 28.
Yeah. But you just total pride, ego thing, and you're around your buddies, kind of want to challenge yourself and see if you can kind of play mind games and trick your way into getting into those establishments. But then I started working security, and I became a door guy, and I was like, oh man, how tacky is that? So I haven't done it since. But so to introduce you to my following, I don't know if you have any of your friends watching, but this is John Baker. He's a former teammate of mine at UC Berkeley. We became roommates my second year there, and then I had transferred by the time that he was into his third year. And the second year was when you got drafted. Okay, that would have been your third year. So yeah,
my third year was your second year.
Right, my second year and your third year, and that's when that was a big transformation for you and for me. I was going through, what's that? Uh-oh, what happened? You guys hear me all right? Babe, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Okay. There's a little bit of lag right here. Let me turn this off. But so I was actually, remember I was leaving Berkeley, and I was leaving Berkeley, and then that was a huge year for you when you got drafted, and then ultimately moved on and started your professional career. But I was kind of in a little bit of panic because I was on a baseball scholarship at a Pac-10 university, redshirt freshman, and you would think that I would kind of wait it out and wait for my turn, but I was a little stubborn. Remember that? I don't know if you remember what type of I was just kind of irritated, frustrated, and stubborn, but I didn't ride it out, and I'm very happy where I am right now. But it's interesting. That was a big transforming time of both of our lives. So if you want to talk about a little bit, introduce yourself and how and where to where you are.
So, I mean, I think that you bring up a good point. I come from the baseball world, kind of by choice. I played professionally for 14 years. And when I was a kid, my parents kind of taught me to like baseball. My dad loved baseball, played baseball at Stanford, played professional baseball as well. So I grew up playing baseball. But I wasn't ever necessarily the best player on any of the teams that I was on. But one thing that I really enjoyed, and as I reflect back on my career now, and I think that this is probably what turned you onto the sport too, is that hitting a baseball.
There.
Dude, what happened? You went dark. You went dark. Can you hear me? Yo, you gotta. So can you hear me all right, Andy, or no? Oh, that's on.
Baker.
Yo, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me? I'm texting you.